I'm AgroBlaze96.
And I'm the Woodshed, and welcome to the AgroShed Podcast. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the AgroShed Podcast. I'm here joined by my lovely co-host.
Oh, yes, AgroBlaze96.
Wow, that might have been, I can't say what that was. Maybe I can, because today we're talking about GTA 6, so there's not a whole lot that's off the table there, right?
Absolutely.
Zach, are you excited for GTA 6?
Hell yes.
Yeah?
My inner child has been waiting so long for this game.
That tells you the difference in parents that we have. The other one's like, oh, I kill hookers in real life. I don't need to do it on a game.
Well, dude, like I never got to play Grand Theft Auto before GTA 5. Like the rule at my house was like you could not play GTA until I was old enough to buy it myself. And when I was old enough to buy it myself, it was 5. And we played the living piss out of 5. So now I'm gonna play the living piss out of 6 too.
We did play a lot of 5. So we're doing GTA 6. That was something, especially with the news of it very recently getting pushed back again.
Yep.
It felt like it was pretty appropriate for us to talk about. So we're going to talk about what we want, what we don't want, what we think will happen with GTA 6. We're going to get more specifically into that later. Zach, 1 to 10, how excited are you?
If a 10, you know what? We're going to say like an 8.
10 being 8? Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty excited. Like, I mean, how often are you like an 8 level excited if 10 is the most excited you are ever in your life? I'm going to give this a solid 8.
Well, that's pretty up there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is going to be great.
Like a 4 or 5. That's definitely where I'm sitting at. But but it's because the production cycle's been so long that I've now, and we'll get into this later, I've talked myself out of this being a successful game.
See, I'm convinced it's going to be successful. It's taking so long.
Okay, so we'll get to that later.
All right, man. All right.
What are you most excited for about GTA 6? What do you want to see the most? What can you not wait to get?
If you want the truth, I'm just ready to fuck shit up. I'm ready to just kill motherfuckers and drive fast cars and do crazy shit and like blow people up for no reason. Grand Theft Auto is like one of the most trolly games in the whole world, and I'm just excited to run around and troll people.
So if you guys see an AgroBlaze96 in your lobbies, make sure first of all you're going to be put in the bad lobbies.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Run away.
I was like bot lobbies confirmed in Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah, they did that in 5. They had troublemaker lobbies, right? And it was all just chaotic.
Yeah, I believe that.
People that would sit and get bans like that, not bans, but like get moved to lobbies where other people are doing that, right?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
What are you least excited for? Actually, no, I didn't say. I'm most excited for the races. The cars are my favorite part.
I mean, racing is really cool.
And the heists were pretty cool when they added that in finally. So I'm excited to see what they do with heist. I'm really excited to see what they do with heist.
Yeah.
What are you least excited for?
What am I least excited for?
Yeah. What are you just like, man, I could really live without?
What could I live without? Being trolled? No, I'm just kidding. The thing that I'm least excited for is the fact that Rockstar has probably spent 1 billion hours creating a way for you to not have a money glitch. And I just want money to buy all the things and just do goofy shit with. Like,
you'll probably be able to just swipe your credit card or your wife's.
Now that's not a glitch. That's just me using money.
Yeah, use real money to buy fake monies.
Exactly.
What a wild fucking concept. How do you feel about?
Oh no! What are you least excited about? You keep skipping, man. Come on, you got to answer.
It's throwing me off today. I tried to email myself the question so I could see it on my computer, and for some reason it didn't go through. So I'm looking on my phone.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the same amount of notes that I normally do.
I'm just assuming you're just like, what is that on my dick every time I start talking?
No, I don't have binoculars or I don't have the necessary equipment for that right now.
Oh, I love it.
Least excited for? Man, probably the trolls.
I mean, it's weird. You're excited to troll people, but you're so not excited to be trolled. I understand.
I'm not gonna do as much trolling as you are. I might troll you guys.
Oh, I'm gonna troll
But like if we go into like public lobbies, like I'm gonna be really annoyed.
Letting them have it, son.
And that's just gonna be the difference. So there's been a lot of rumors, right? GTA 6 coming out. Not so, and a lot of confirmations, right? It's set to come out early next year now.
Yeah, I think it's May. I think it was May of next year.
I think they did push it to 2026. I don't know when exactly, but it's supposed to be next year, right? Because it was originally supposed to launch at the end of this year. I believe was what it was.
Yeah, originally.
There's been a lot of rumors going around at a minimum $80 starting price point. How do you feel about that?
I mean, aren't all games like $80 now? Like, games used to be like what, 69
60. They start
$60,
they start at $60. Now most games are up to 70.
and I paid 70 for college football. Like, I don't know, like it's just like, it's inevitable. Like, games stayed the same price for most of our childhood, so it feels inevitable. But I have to lie, that $80 price point really makes me not want to buy games. Like, when I would have been willing to spend $60 on a game, the $80 price point is really just like a, for me, it kind of sucks sometimes.
Yeah, I hate the idea of an $80 price point, more specifically because one of a couple things, right? It feels like, I mean, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse here, right? But it feels like a level of corporate greed almost,
Sure.
where it's like companies are obviously going to do this, and on top of the games getting more expensive, they're putting more microtransactions into the, and so they're trying to make more money on the front, they're trying to make more money in the middle of it, and it's going to be the most annoying fucking thing in the world.
Now that's frustrating. If you want me to pay a lot of money for a game and then you're just going to say, hey, you're going to pay and here's everything. Like, unless you want a cosmetic, here's everything. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
sure, deal. Like, no problem.
And that'd be reasonable, right? Like if I
Right.
go in there and like I spent $80, but I couldn't spend an extra $40 or $50 for 500,000 shark dollars or whatever the GTA currency is going to be, right? Whatever it is, that's going
Shark
to piss me
dollars.
off.
Yeah, no, I get it.
They used to be called like shark cards or something like that, I think, in GTA 5, but that's going to piss me off. It's going to get on my nerves.
Yeah, the greed of wanting it up front and in the middle is stupid.
And I don't like having it in the middle regardless, but that's just like a modern gaming thing, right? That's just how it's going to be.
It's just where we're at. Like, the
Yeah.
whole gaming world has just turned to that nonsense.
So that really gets on my nerves. Um, all right, so this is one I want to elaborate on a little more.
Okay.
What do you expect from Rockstar after such a long development cycle? Like, what are your expectations of the game?
So I have been told, mostly by my brother, so take this for what it's worth, that
Which brother?
Xander, that
Oh,
the graphics are like 10 out of 10. Like, it basically looks like real life, which is like kind of cool, but kind of scary at the same time. So I don't know. I'm really excited. Like, I think it's going to be cool. I'm really excited to see, like, I want car detail. Like, when we're looking at the cars, I want immaculate car detail if it looks like real life that much. So that the expectation for like cars and the way they look as a car enthusiast, bar's very high.
That's fair. That's fair. I've actually heard a lot about the graphics being really good, but I've also heard about them almost being so good and so intensive on computers and certain consoles that if you're not on current gen or on a higher tier PC build, you might not be able to run it at any decent frame rate. Like Carly or Allie's computer might not be able to handle it at anything above low setting.
I mean, that would be very frustrating. You spend $80 on a game to hang out with your buddies and troll and goof off and have a good time, and then it's like, oh, my PC can't run this that I spent $1,200 on. It's like, that's crazy.
Yeah, my PC can run it at actually I think it was a frames issue. Like you could run it at super high quality and it looked really good, but it couldn't be above like 30 FPS or something like
what?
that.
Yeah, see, that's ridiculous, bro.
I could be wrong, so I do apologize, YouTube comment section, if I'm wrong. It's happened at least once or twice before. Do you think that GTA can live up to those expectations, though, that you kind of have for him?
I mean, at this point, it's sink or swim. Like, like, you've had so much time, the resources, the money, like, all of it, like, it is sink or swim. So I'm going to say yes, because I think at this point, there are, like, actually just, like, shooting themselves if they don't live up to it.
And it's interesting you say that because GTA 6 has been in development for over a decade, right?
Right. Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
It was high school. We used to play Grand Theft Auto 5 in high school, right? Like, it's been that long.
We are by the way, shout out. By the time you guys are watching this, if it's Sunday, wish Zack happy birthday in the comment section below.
Ayo.
And do it for me next week.
I was like, Kyle's right behind.
The next episode.
I was like, Kyle's right behind.
I gotta tell you, I'm so torn on GTA 6, especially with this long time. I don't think, and I've talked about this on my streams, youtube.com/thewoodshed, specifically, right, that I don't think they can live up to the hype and the expectation, because anything less than a perfect game
right
is a failure. if you kept people waiting 11 and 12 years, and this game has any problem from the start, Fugazi, just forget about it. You've
100%.
screwed it all up beyond repair. And I've never seen a perfect game in my life.
There's not, and to be fair, in a little bit of defense here, it's not going to be perfect. Like, it's not going to be. Now, we're expecting it to be because it's been 12 years, and you're thinking, like, what the hell else are you doing over the last 12 years if it's not going to be amazing? But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to step on the edge here. If the game is in, like, the 99 percentile of, like, you know, the best games I've ever played ever, because it's just so immaculate and amazing, and, like, you know, like, maybe like the engine is just so above everything else, I'm like, you know what? If there's a couple of quirks and a couple things and they're on top of it, when like there's issues at the beginning, I'll let a few small things slide.
I don't even mean glitches per se. I mean, because like we kind of expect glitches, because like the community's going to find something that developers never would have thought of.
Oh, 100%. And it'll be like 12 hours when they find it.
Right? Yeah, 100%. Right. There will be an infinite money glitch somewhere. That'll get patched the day that Zack figures it out.
I can't wait.
Or the day after. He'll figure it out the day after it gets patched.
That's what'll happen.
But I think that like anything other than the most well-rounded and perfectly developed and brought together story plus online plus racing, right? Like I think anything minus that and the game is immediately not worth the wait. Now, I think that will immediately take the wind out of a lot of people's sails.
If you're not talking about glitches, which I kind of thought you were including a minute ago, like the way you said that, but if you're like,
but I think as gamers, I think we do expect something to be found in the first week or so.
Yeah,
it's just going to be
for sure. Nonsense. And if you're taking out like some small glitches like that, like an infinite money glitch, or like, you know, getting out of like certain pieces of the map, or you know,
small glitch, infinite money glitch,
or random shit like that. If you're taking out stuff like that, I completely agree. If everything about the game is not perfectly well-rounded, if it doesn't say, hey, I want to play the story, and I want to play with my friends, and I want to race, like, it's going to be a failure.
Yeah, and that's kind of the issue I have with it. Because I think it's been around for so long, or been in development, right? I think there's just no way humanly that they can make that perfect of a game.
That's fair.
I don't see a world where that's doable. I'm hopeful, because I'm probably going to piss away $80 to $100.
I'm
whatever it comes out in. I probably will. Or, you know, I'll go up to, because it'll probably get pushed back again. So 30-year-old Kyle will go up and be like, hey, give me this for my birthday.
Bro, if we do not get GTA 6 before we're 30, I swear to God. I swear to God.
We don't turn 30 this year, by the way, everybody. That's next year.
I was like, mark it. June of 2026. If it's not out, Dunzo.
You're not buying it? You're not buying it if it's not out before you turn 30?
Of course I'm going to buy it, but I'm going to be very upset after I buy it.
Oh, that's wild. We're going to do a little bit of nostalgia here. Obviously, we both plan on getting it. What are some of your fondest memories with GTA?
I think that
obviously it's going to be 5.
I mean, yeah. Like, I didn't play any of the Grand Theft Autos before 5, which I know, like, kind of takes away some of, like, you know, like, my, like, nostalgia for stuff like this. Right. I think you and I really got to, like, play Grand Theft Auto and, like, bond a little bit when we were growing up, when the heist came out, and, you know, like, we were able to, like, play the missions and, like, you know, do stuff like that. And I think that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that because, to be honest, I'm not someone who just wants to sit down. Like, I don't have enough time. I don't carve out enough time on my own calendar to sit down and play single player games and like to play through the story. So playing a game like that is about playing with you and playing with like Ben or Carly or anybody. And so I think me and you doing the heists and like just goofing off and having a good time is a very fond memory, because I look back and I see, oh, that was like peak gaming era. You know, like we were in school, like we didn't have like these demanding jobs and lives. And so it was like we just got to hang out and play games. And I think it's all kind of a big callback to that.
I think, man, that was a really good one. That was man, I should call you some words for that though.
But spit water during the podcast, I swear to God, Kyle.
Guys. Oh man, that is obviously some of the fondest memories though. And for me, it was racing, right? It was just a racing sim for me for the most part. Like I loved GTA. I love screwing around with people, especially like you remember like when we played with Junior a little bit, and I'd be like, I swear I'm not going to take your car, and then I immediately take his car.
I was like, immediately, and he believed you every time. At some point, it was on him. It was on him.
He would turn on the thing where like people couldn't drive his car, and so I'd get kicked out.
Yep.
and I'd call him some very choice names.
Classic.
And as much as I hated that kid, and then still probably do, like those were pretty fun, right? But
Yeah.
I really do. One of my favorites I remember, not specifically, but I always remember catching you with Slipstream on the 360 because on first gen it was beyond broken.
Yeah, it was stupid.
And like or ketchup. That's what it was. It was ketchup.
The
So I'd
catch-up
let you walk
mechanic.
me around the track and then just walk you for that last like 5 seconds
Yeah.
because there was no ketchup. So I would just drift behind you basically at a half a mile behind and just absolutely walk all over you. So talked about our favorite memories, right? Some of the loves, some of the hates, right? Mostly loves though. Mostly pretty fun memories from GTA,
I
right?
mean, yeah, for me personally, I loved it.
I do too. Here's something, and these next two questions are gonna really throw you a curveball because we talked to Zack's wife, Carly. Shout out Carly. She was in the last episode with us as we played Chain together.
Yep.
And we asked her if she was going to get GTA 6, and she said no. Zach, do you think we should get GTA 6 for her?
I'm probably gonna buy it for her just so she'll play it with us. To be honest, like I'm thinking about it.
No, but listen. I'll split it with you.
I'm actually going to ask her if I buy this for you, will you play it with me? And like I don't even know if she will. I mean,
I made a joke with the other day when I asked her about it. She said something about I said something about killing hookers or something, and she goes, oh, that's so something. And I said, you're right. I could just. Why do I need?
she
I
was
could just
like,
do it IRL.
oh, they're just people trying to live their lives, like trying to defend them, and you're like, they're not people, they're AI. Kill those fuckers.
That's right. It's NPCs. They don't matter.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's a real thinker, and this is I'm going to read this joke off as I have it written.
All right, here we go.
Do you think if Carly had played GTA with us before you guys got married or before you guys got really serious, it would have changed her opinion on you?
What? If she had played GTA with us?
Yeah.
Oh, no shot we're married. If she played GTA with us back then, no shot, dude. There's no shot.
So?
I was such a degenerate, like, and we were doing stupid shit all the time. I mean, I think that's more because, like, if you go back in that age bracket, I was even more insufferable then than I am now.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're way worse than you are in Rivals now. Like when you get mad, I mean, the things you're yelling.
Oh, dude. I mean, the things I'm yelling when I get mad at Rivals are so tame compared to like what it was back in the day. And I think that's what makes it so funny when Carly's like, I wish you wouldn't say stuff like that. And I'm just like, I wish they weren't fucking dog shit on our team.
That's the wildest part, right? Is like when you think about, and first of all, we're old, right? Like I said, we're about to be 29 next week. Both of us, the pair. As we've gotten older, we've both gotten substantially more time, right?
That's the truth.
Zach had the worst anger issues you could have imagined.
It was pretty bad.
Wasn't exactly great either. I mean, the things we were yelling, like, I mean, Zach would get canceled if we had old party chats got leaked, right? Like,
I love like, and I know this is like a side tangent, but like all those like TikToks where like they talk about like pulling in your Xbox Live party chat. Like
record,
yeah, dude. Yeah. That is, I'm telling you, like I would be toast.
I gotta tell you though, every once in a while Zach's playing Rivals and he's getting mad, and I'll just hear "fucking kill yourself," you piece of shit. And I'm just like, yes, come back to me, come back to me.
I just like God. I get so angry at that damn game.
Yeah, no, I get it, and again, the things we said in playing GTA or that time frame in general, I mean, was so much worse.
So
I think
like on a serious note, we were kids and we didn't know any better, and that was how our parents were when we were growing up, and so we just said this vile shit to people. And now looking back on it as adults, I'm like, probably shouldn't have said some of those things. Like, probably made some people cry a couple times. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, fuck them. Let it ride.
And you know what? So I'll go ahead and say, I think he's right, by the way. I think if Carly had played GTA 5 with us before they got serious in a relationship, like before you guys like started reaching like the, not dating for a couple months, right?
Yeah.
Got serious to it. That she probably, the same thing, right? Probably wouldn't have gotten married or wouldn't have lasted very long, right? But like, Go ahead.
So imagine for a second if that was the first game we played together. Instead of me and her playing Rocket League together, imagine if her and I played Grand Theft Auto 5 together.
Wasn't the first game technically Modern Warfare 2019 together?
Yes, actually. You and her and I used to play that 3v3 game mode or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, we did the 3v3 because they did the gunfight and that wasn't a thing. And then I said, oh, 3. I was like, oh, I'll play. And I'm like, oh, great.
And then we just spent the whole time getting wrecked because like her and I were playing on split screen and it was so bad.
Yep, and you hadn't played him forever, so you were bad. And Carly never played.
Nah, that was the first game Carly played with 2 joysticks, bro.
But I also want to say, he talked about making people cry, and like we don't. At least I'll speak for myself, not Zack. I don't try, like I don't go out of my way to get mad. I don't talk shit like that. But if I do, I'm trying to make you cry.
Yeah. When I get to that point, I'm done. I've snapped. It doesn't matter.
But if I'm talking to you, first of all, I've determined you're wrong, and I'm going to make you question everything.
100%.
And no part of anything is going to be happy at what's left, right? Like that's like I'm going to ruin your day. You're going to think about this next weekend. You're going to be like, damn, that guy really said I got to go sideways through a double wide door. Like I really have to think about that. Like it's physical warfare. I'm not just trying to say the most heinous shit. I'm trying. There's a hint of truth. That's what makes it.
We're trying to cut. Like I'm trying to cut you.
That's right. I'm trying to make this personal. I'm gonna traumatize you worse. Who was Catholic then?
I mean, I gotta tell you, the other day, dude, I about went in a game chat. I told Carly, I said, "How do you turn it on? How do you turn on game chat?" And if she'd have told me, I'd have probably got comms banned. I mean, I was so mad. And she was like, "Zack," and I was like, "Don't listen. Don't you listen because this is not going to be pretty."
You almost traumatized Carla. She almost had to you had to be like a kid, like cover your ears.
Earmuffs! As I'm like yelling at these randoms.
Buddy, that's fucking wild.
Oh man.
But yeah, no way in hell that they're still married. They get married.
Yeah, that was the first game we played together. I don't think we'd have made it like to the end of that week. Like, and I'm talking like it could have been Friday. Like it could have been Friday, and I don't think we made it.
All right, so I got one more question, and then we're gonna do hot takes. All right,
hit me.
So I do want to talk about the microtransactions in GTA, right? Because like when GTA 5 first come out, microtransactions they weren't integrated completely in games, right?
Okay.
You'd see them every once in a while, but they weren't huge, right? Like Fortnite wasn't like I don't even know if Fortnite was out at the time or if it just had started getting big, but like microtransactions kind of was the first place to shuttle that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't part of the thing, and we did see it start to come in, right, with like the shark cards and the monies, where you could charge fake money to real money,
right,
or real money to fake money. Oh, God, I wish you could do it the other way around.
I was like, dude, imagine if you could do it the other way around. Infinite money glitch would have a new meaning, son.
Infinite money glitch in real life. That's right. So we saw it start to get ingrained, but now that it's such a part of the modern culture, how do you think it'll show up in GTA 6?
So I think there'll be like high-end clothes. And I know that sounds a little weird, but like I think that's the thing like that they're going to really lean into. And I know outfits have always been a part of like GTA, but I think that they're really going to lean into like high-end clothing, designer things. Like you spend X amount of dollars and customize a shirt. Like do what you want with it. And like we're so far ahead that they might even have a thing where it's like, hey, upload a picture, put this on a t-shirt in the game or something like that, like for X amount of dollars in real life. Plus, I mean, like they're gonna do like in-game currency, like spend $20 and get 500,000 like GTA $6 or whatever. So
bucks.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe they do some weird thing where you can pay in-game like you can pay to get in-game currency that will buy you things to help you on heist submissions.
Oh, that'd be kind of. Here's the issue, right? I'm scared that GTA 6 won't be pay to win, but pay to make life.
You say make life easier?
And pay to make life easy, yeah. Pay to make life. And that's the last thing I want is for it to be like all of a sudden, well, this heist you can do it like this, or you can make it from an 8 out of difficulty out of 10 to a 4 with $8.99.
No, yeah. Like
and you have to do that every time you do the heist, or you have to do that, or like they do a DLC where you only unlock these certain these certain weapons behind a paywall.
Yeah, no,
That would
that's
be the
stupid. Now
last thing I would want.
that's the kind of stuff that ruins games for me. When you say, "Hey, like I've already paid $80 for your game that I waited over a decade for, and now you're gonna say, oh, you can't have this car, like you can't
Yeah.
have like the '94 GTR that I want unless I pay for it," and it's like, bro, like let me play the game and win it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's stupid. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, let me get a hold of it, even if it's just in-game money. Like if they kept doing the $20 wins you the shark cards or whatever that give you so much in-game currency, I think that's reasonable, right?
Sure.
If you want to pay just to progress through the game that much faster, I again I'd prefer not, but like that's not the world, right?
So I compare stuff like that to like 2K. Like when I think about it that way, it's like, can you
Yeah.
grind? Can you spend the time to play career mode and like my team and all that kind of stuff to grind the points? Sure. Do most
Yeah.
people who want to play the game with their buddies goof off, just drop $100 in VC and then just go play like at the park and like dunk on people? Yes. Also, yes. Like that's what I think it's going to look like.
Can you guys guess which one we were? We were definitely dropped $50 to $70 on VC. See, I still, and when I download 2K, I don't get it every year like I used to, but I would get 2K and then immediately realize how dog shit the 60 overall brown shirt character is,
Bro.
and be like, how much money do I really need to like? Oh, $50 buys me a 87 overall character, and I can actually play with them now. That's just
That was what
like,
I did. Every time we bought a new 2K, I immediately dropped $100.
yeah,
Like literally, it was like, oh, like 2K cost $160. Like that was how I
Yeah.
saw it back then. Like that was just the world we were in.
long arm on the law.
Dude, I loved playing the park in that 2K. What was that? 14?
14 or 15, I don't remember which
I
one
was like, yeah, that
specifically.
was, I love that.
Long arm of the law. It was whatever it was the year that you actually could block a dunk. It was the first year that it wasn't glitched anymore.
I don't remember what year that was, but I remember that because the soundtrack was gas.
I think that was 13 that you couldn't block dunks, and we had our buddy who did fadeaway threes nonstop and stuff like that,
Yes.
and who was making them regardless because badges or whatever, which makes fucking sense. Games, by the way,
Green light.
makes perfect sense. Green light.
Oh, man.
But I'm terrified that it's going to be that kind of microtransaction.
It will be
for, like,
100%.
And I'm going to be really fucking annoyed by it.
It will be sad because it's literally just, oh, Jeff Bezos is better than you at the game. Why? Oh, I wonder.
Listen, I have that reminder enough in real life when I go work my 9 to 5 because I don't work. I'm not a Sigma male and I have my own podcast. Oh, it's a lie. I do have a podcast.
Speaking of which, did you wake up a famous streamer today? No, me neither. Cool.
Okay. No, but yeah, I did see you're over 3K though.
I am over 3K, which is pretty exciting. Like
hell yeah. By the way, I plugged myself, youtube.com/agroblaze97.
Yo.
Go help Zack become a stay-at-home streamer.
Also, both of them are just in the description. Check them out in the description.
Yeah, please do. I'm trying to get a stay-at-home mom. So
I'm trying to have a stay-at-home wife. Does that count?
You're trying to be the stay-at-home wife.
Listen, if I'm making all the money, I can't be the stay-at-home wife, okay?
Yeah. That's not true if you both just stay at home.
Listen, I've said multiple times, I'll be a stay-at-home husband. No problem. I told her, I'm like, you'll be able to eat off the fucking floor when I'm done cleaning that bitch. Like,
Allie got mad at me one time. Random side note, Allie, my girlfriend, she got mad at me one time because I don't know. I had like a week. She worked a weekend, and because of that, I took the weekend. Whatever, and
yeah,
you know, she asked, "How was your week home?" And I said, "You don't want to know." And she goes, "What do you mean?" And I go, "You did like the stay-at-home wife thing before." I was like, "But let me tell you, shit's kind of easy." And she was like, "Kyle," and I'm like, "I told you didn't want to know. You asked anyway."
I mean, I got to be honest. I'm not trying to start like a fight here at the end of our podcast, but like, dude, like if you like being a stay-at-home like spouse, not parent, like being a stay-at-home parent is a whole different like thing. But if you're being like just a stay-at-home like spouse, like brother, there's nobody in the world who would rather work than do that.
Yeah. Except for your wife, apparently.
I take that back. My wife would. No, Carly's done said that if I ever get there, she's done. She's done. Like,
and I will even say, as a stay-at-home parent, now again, I'm a father of one. He is 1 year old. At this moment in life, he is incredibly. I would still gladly pick the stay-at-home parent job because the worst thing I have to do is I have to feed him and deal with a shit covered diaper, and I jump in a playpen that's way too small for me, and I just let him climb all over me. And even though I'm uncomfortable, it's the cutest thing in the world.
I mean, dude, Riot's adorable. So for anybody who does not know, like they're like Kyle and Allie's kid his name is Riot. He is fucking adorable, bro. He's on Kyle's stream. You guys can check that out. I think he was actually on like the last stream, right?
He was on for the last probably 5 minutes. His video autoplay. He listens to white noise from sleep.
I heard him. I heard Dad like in the video
Yep.
as you're sitting there, and I was like, "Oh, Pete, cut the stream off. It doesn't get any better than that."
Clip. I called Ben and I showed it to him, and he goes, "Oh, that's great." I said, "Paid fucking actor, right there." I was like, that was fantastic. That's why you'll actually hear me say in the clip, I'll say, "Oh, that was great," because I was like, I didn't even pay him. That's my own kid doing that.
I love that shit, dude. That's awesome.
That was great. We get.
I was like, dude, Tangent City over here. I love it.
If you guys ever want to see Baby Chef, though, feel free to stop by the stream. You do get to see him every once in a great while. Last thing, no surprise, hot takes.
Hot takes. I think the game is going to meet expectations.
That's your hot take?
That's my hot take, is that the game is going to meet expectations and that racing is going to be above par or below par. It's going to be awesome, is what I'm trying to say.
Above, it's going to be, yeah.
I think racing is going to be amazing, and I think the game is going to meet expectations.
That's all you got, huh?
Listen, I think a lot of people don't think the game's going to meet expectations because our expectations are so high. Like you said, I think a lot of people are saying, if you're not perfect, castrated immediately. So
I think a lot of people are still really excited for it, and they still have high hopes.
Sure.
I'm the opposite. I don't physically think this game can be successful. So my hot take's the exact opposite. Not that it can't be good. I think there's no humanly way that this is listed as a top tier game or the best game of this year. There's no way.
I mean, yeah. Imagine all that anticipation just not to get off. Like, can you imagine?
Brother, you know what game company's really bad about releasing games in a timely fashion? Bethesda. I'm going to get an Oblivion 4 remake or an Oblivion remake and maybe a Fallout 3 remaster before I fucking get GTA 6.
If we get Fallout 3 remaster before GTA 6, I won't buy it.
Trump's been president twice since GTA 6 has come out.
Will he be president a third time before we get GTA 6?
No. I'm just saying.
No, I hear you. It's crazy.
Oh man, if only the meme could have been like, man, we got a woman president before GTA 6. That could have been that would have been the world's worst meme though. But that would have been.
It would be great, and the best part is that it could still happen because who knows? 2032 is not that far away. Oh,
listen, if we get first of all, I don't care who the next one. If we get another president before GTA 6. I'm not buying it.
Yeah,
we're going to come back again in 4 more years, and we're going to shit on the game. Literally, like I'm going to paper copy, and we're going to physically defecate on a sheet that says GTA 6.
I'm in.
Onlyfans.com/theaggroshow.
It'll be just like the time that the Master Chief put the cookie in the Call of Duty case. That's exactly what it'll be like, bro.
That's 2 cousins, 1 pod.
Jesus Christ. God.
So that's all I got. Zach, do you have any questions you want to add?
I don't think so. We hit a lot of the big ones. I was going to bring up nostalgia and stuff like that. So we hit a lot of the big ones. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I know the last couple weeks have been kind of all over the place. I don't think we're going to have an episode next week because I'm going to be in Las Vegas. And then after that, we're going to try and get above board, and we're going to start being a week ahead of time and stuff like that, so that we hopefully don't miss moving forward. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. I'm AgriBlaze96. This is...
And I'm the Woodshed. Thank you guys, and we'll see you all guys later. Peace out, everybody.